What am I going to do today then? Well, I'm going to wait for that compressor to stop making a row to start with. Look at the state of it in here. So I was prepping a load of Land Rover bits last night for Jim. Got to get these bits done for Jim. Got to get them in primer and then get them painted and back to him. Another little job I'm on with, where it's not a little job, it's a full respray in a Land Rover actually. I'm going to get these bits and bobs done first, get them back to him, he's going to build it up, and then we're going to give it a full paint on the outside. There's a door for it there, look. Grill. There's another door behind there. I've done a load more bits for him, I've done a tub for it and all sorts, he's got that back now. But anyway, that's a totally different project, and I'll do a video on that when I get that one in for the main respray. But the main thing today is doing a bit more on this TZR 253MA. So you can see there I've got the panels off it now. I've got the tail unit off the bike and I've started prepping them up. So them panels are here. I was on prepping them last night. I started doing some repairs. There's some repairs on them edges there that I've had to do. Filled them with some plastic filler. And you see these, I prepped them up as well. And some repairs there. Well, I've put some plastic filler in there ready to be flatted down. So I'll get them, I'll finish these repairs, I'll flat that filler off and get them ready, give them a bit of a scotch off as well, and they can be primed. Both these side panels, they're now primed, now both repaired and primed. I had to re-repair one of them because it had some cracks in it, if you remember. Well, I've got them done now, and I've done a load of cracks and repairs on the other one. I've got this to do at some point. That's nice, isn't it? So there's a bit missing there. There's a bit missing there. They always seem to be knackered, these, every time I get one to do. In fact, on most of these old two-stroke bikes. In fact, on most blooming motorbikes, they seem to be knackered round there, come to think of it. They all need repairing. It's going to be a prime day today anyway. I'll be getting these bits all prepped up and getting them into primer. Look at all that materials. Just had a quick hoover up with this useless hoover. I'm going to get a new one soon, so let me know in the comments if you think I should blow this one up. I've had a tidy up, and I've got these bits ready for primer now. They just need a quick wipe down. I'll get some primer in the gun and get them primed. Going to mix some primer up now. I'm going to be using this Upol high build. Give it a good mix up. Get a mixing cup and mix it 4-to-1. Now then, how much of this am I going to want? I reckon that'll do it. In fact, let's go to top mark. There's plenty to do. So that's the primer, hardener, that in there. That can go back on there. So that's a primer. I've allocated that primer to the Land Rover job. I'm going to use a little bit of it on them bike bits because I've used some of my other primer on some of them other Land Rover bits that I've actually done. Another primer I've got is this Roberlo primer, and I have this to mix that. So I just give that a mix, and then a pouring spout to pour out of there. It stops you getting everywhere, like I've spilt a little bit on that one, but never mind. So I'll give that a mix up. That's mixed nicely there. I'll put that into my gun cleaner. Got a strainer here, and I'll put that in there, and that's just going to filter the primer, anything that might have gone in it. So you can see it's quite thick stuff. It is a high build. I'm actually going to get my stirring stick and just give this a scrape round to get a bit more out. Just going to put a plastic primer on these. So this is an adhesion promoter. It'll help the primer stick to the plastic. I've already gone over these, just dusted over them with a Isopan rust inhibiting primer, just for those bare metal bits. Right, let's get the primer on, shall we? Start with these first and then work our way around. got all them bits in primer now. I've got this new gimbal, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with it. So the bits are all in primer. They're looking good. They've all had a couple of coats. I've got these TZR 253MA bits done, the tail unit, then a few of Jim's Land Rover bits. So Land Rover, that's another project I'm doing, as I say, that'll be in for a full respray at some point. So someone commented on one of my videos yesterday about a paint system that he started using. Is it Collab or something? Collab or something, paint guns, I'm not sure what they're called. Anyway, it was a YouTuber called Harness Life, and he mentioned this paint system because basically what it is, you put a different cup on the gun every time, you mix your paint in a plastic cup, and then you put the cup, goes on the gun, you paint the job, throw the cups in the bin, or I'm guessing you could probably put a cap on to save the paint on the base coat. Obviously the lacquer will have to go in the bin because it'll go off. He's saying that it makes it more enjoyable painting because less tidying up, less cleaning. So the system I have is, I've got a gun wash machine, and I'll show you my guns. So these are my guns. I have a rack of guns up there, various different ones. Most of my Iwata guns, because that's my preferred gun. A couple down there. And I have a gun wash machine. So before I had this gun wash machine, I just had a bodge tin, really, like that there. It was exactly the same as that there, Upol bodge tin, and it was an old one, and I just had it full of filler, and when I'd done a job I'd put the gun in there and then I'd get it out and clean it after it's soaked for a bit. So that's how I used to clean my guns. But the best thing I did was buying this thing here. So this is my gun wash machine, and obviously I've just done that job. I've put the gun in there, so that's my primer gun that I've just done this job with. And then basically all I do, so this is the airline, goes to my compressor, turn that lever there, run that for a few seconds and it'll clean my gun. Bit dark, I've not got any light in this corner of the room. I was going to put a light up, I need to get it sorted at some point. But yeah, basically, I mean, that was only on for a few seconds. You can see a bit of primer in there, but I'll put it on for a little bit longer, it'll clean it out, but it cleans everything perfect. That jet blasts through the gun, so the gun goes on there upside down. It's a pity I've not got a light handy to show you. I'll do another video on this actually. But yeah, there's jets all over in it, and these jets just blast lots of thinners on the guns, through the guns, blast thinners through all the bits, and clean it out really. I'll put it on for a bit longer. But yeah, that's one of the best things I've ever bought. It saved me a lot of time and money as well. The thinners last ages in it. I was using loads and loads of thinners before. So that gun's now clean. It's as clean as it's going to be. The paint that's on it there, that's from before when I was washing it without a gun wash machine. These guns up here, they're like brand new because they've been washed in the gun wash machine every time since I bought them. While we're in the back room, I'll just show you the engine. This is the Golf GTI engine, and it's for the VWT 25. It's the conversion that I'm doing, the Golf GTI engine conversion. So this will be going into my T25. It's in the back room now, it's on the stand, and I'm going to get it stripped down, get the block painted, get all the parts swapped over that need to be swapped over, ready for it going in. I've got to buy a flywheel for it yet as well, and a few other bits and bobs. But that project, it's getting pushed on, and I'll do a video on this soon. I know there's lots of people following because they wanted to see me do this project, so I will be doing a video on this soon. So that's it for this video, a bit of a random video on priming. I'm going to have to get back in the house because the missus has come back. She's just been out with one of her ugly sisters for a bit of a catch up and a chat. So I best get myself in the house or she'll get a bit wound up that I'm out here in the garage all night. Anyway, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.